Sandy Parker, and welcome to Crafting for Almost Everyone. I've been thinking a lot about how to do some different videos that I hadn't got into in the past, and one of the things that Rich really likes is raspberries, and more importantly, chocolate covered raspberries. So you can go to any kitchen store and get these ice cube trays, and they have silicone in the bottom that makes them so they'll pop out really easily. And then you can go to AC Moore is where I buy mine. Usually they have them on sale for $1.99, and you get these candy wafers. They start out looking like this. They're little like discs. Put them in your microwave, in a microwave safe bowl, and you'd want to put them in. I put it in for 30 seconds, I stir it really good, then I put it in for 30 more seconds, stir it really good, put it in for 30 more. Usually by a minute and a half it's completely ready to go. So the way I handle this, I buy Dole raspberries. You cannot wash raspberries or they'll break down really easily. But Rich does not like to just have his raspberry plopped into the bottom. He likes to have a little bit of chocolate in the bottom first. So you put, this is a teaspoon, and I'm going to make a big mess, but that's just how I roll. And you're going to put enough in the bottom just to coat the bottom, and I'll show you once I've filled the tray. You just want to make sure that your bottom, that the raspberry isn't touching the bottom, basically. That's your deal. And if you hear that clicking, that's the dogs running back and forth like lunatics, because if I'm on video, I obviously must be making dog treats, which I'm not doing, honey, so you can go away now. And the best way to do this is after you're done putting them in, putting the chocolate in and putting your raspberries in and filling them, the best way to handle it from that point is to put them in your refrigerator. If you let them sit in your refrigerator for a couple of hours, they should be pretty hard, but once they come back out, watch it, they get really soft pretty quickly. Okay, so now you can see there's no pink that you can see in the bottoms of those, and if there is, you just shake it around so that it's covered. See that? Okay. Then all you're going to do is you're just going to plop. Now, these are really big raspberries. I usually don't get ones that are this big. And I push them down inside my my ice cube tray because I want to make sure that there's enough room to put some chocolate on top, and also to make sure that the raspberry, you know, there's a big hole in the center of your raspberry, so you don't want the century hole to take up your whole spot. And if you have a raspberry that's huge, like the one I just had, you probably should rip it in half. That's what I should have done with that one. In fact, I'll just... Okay, so we're going to make another quick tray, only this time we're going to do just some raspberries, and the rest we're going to do, if we run out of raspberries, we're going to do with other fruits. I think we're going to do this with dried cherries. You can, you know, this is great for a really impressive, like after dinner with a little bit of wine with people over. You can have a little bit of raspberries and chocolate, or it's also really nice as when you have like a baby shower or a wedding shower to have, as you know, when you have that cookie table or whatever, as long as it's cool. You have to make sure your environment is cool enough to make this work, because if it's not, you're going to end up with a really big mess on your hands, and you definitely do not want that with raspberries. It's just not the way you want to fly. And the other thing that I would recommend is making sure that you hide them from your husband, because Rich ate so many one day he made himself sick like a little kid, but it was so cute because he said, oh, my stomach is so upset. And I said, what did you do? Did you eat something? It, made you upset? And he said, well, I ate about half a tin of those raspberries. And I was like, really, a half a tin? That's quite a few raspberries here, buddy. So yeah, so if he has any control problems, Rich has a few issues when it comes to raspberries. He can't Can't stop himself when it comes to raspberries. That's okay though. Well, I think we're going to have just enough chocolate for the raspberries, so maybe I'll just put a few cherries in and I'll let him eat the rest of the raspberries. But these are the dried cherries we get, and they're not as big as the raspberries. They're about that big. They're about the size of a raisin, really. And I'm just going to put a few in there. And we'll just cover the tops of those and we'll be all set. They will pop out really easily. It doesn't look like they will, but if you do a good job of scraping the top like I'm doing right now, you shouldn't have any problem getting them out, and you should end up with nice, the bottoms should look nice. And if they don't, you can always just eat the extra. And I have just a regular, it's not even wet, paper towel, and I'm going to go around the edge of my ice cube tray. And that way you just get a little bit of the excess off. I'm not too worried about the middle section. If you are, you can always wipe that off too. But I just like to make sure that it doesn't get, the sides don't have so much chocolate on that they touch things in my refrigerator and I end up with chocolate on everything. So there it is. That's the project. I'll come back once they are hardened and we'll see how they come out. Okay, so here's what they look like once they come out of the refrigerator. And all you're going to need to do is you just kind of pop the ends out and they come out like that. And that's, hold on, let me get a plate and I'll show you what they look like. So you're just going to, I'll just get it as close as I can so you can see what they look like when they pop out. There's one of them. There they are. Now you can easily just kind of clean the bottoms of them off. I'm going to turn it over so I can pop them out easier. And it's silicone, so they just come out nice and smooth. That one has a little bit on the edge, but you can just wipe the edges off. Oh, little raspberry came out of that one. I'll have to eat that one. But that is what they look like. They are lovely. They taste like $1,000,000. And once you take that edging off, the bottom, this little piece on the edge, they look perfect, and they're a great little after dinner surprise. I recommend them very highly, and Rich is a big fan of them. So if you are interested in making them, it is just as simple as I told you. And I would go to AC Moore if you're looking for the chocolate, because that's where I found the best and the most inexpensive. And I use dark chocolate, although it does not taste like dark chocolate. It's not bitter at all. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you give it a thumbs up and subscribe and tell your friends about me on social media. I really appreciate it. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.